Good morning. Today is Thursday. It's June 12th. Beautiful day here. Yesterday was a
Every
beautiful.
day, ordinary people face extraordinary consequences in courtrooms across America. But today's hearing, it's a masterclass in patience, frustration, and judicial restraint. Buckle up. This one's about to escalate fast.
Day. Today was a nice day too, so it's good to be here. I wanted to say hello to a nice lady I met last night. I think her name was Hannah from Indiana. She was very nice, had a lot of nice things to say, and she watches every day. She was there at trivia with her family, where we got mutilated again. I think we're just doomed in this particular league. We know nothing about current popular music. Not only I can't tell Demi Lovato from Selena Gomez from Mariana Grande. I don't even know the songs. So we start in a hole every week. And anyway, I enjoyed hanging out with my son and doing that, but maybe I'm just getting dumber, more and more out of touch. I think probably some of each. And so here we are. We did have one of my son's friends, and a young man, now he's a young dad. He is a disc jockey, a DJ, and he knew lots of music stuff. So we brought him as a ringer one week and cleaned up, but he's got a new baby and he doesn't have time for that sort of thing. My playlist this morning. Well, I've been listening to the John Mayer XM channel, but I flipped channels and I got Boston More Than a Feeling. So I turned it up real loud and got energized on the way into work from 1976. So that was good. Start your day with a little Tom Schultz pick drag. Some of this stuff, maybe I should have known the music, but as I said, some of these songs I'd never heard. In fact, most of them. There's no common source of music like there was when I was young, like two radio stations or even TRL or those sorts of things in the video era. Music's so disparate and it's also different. It's so sanitized, quartiled, auto-tuned, written by the same five people. So even if I did know what they were, every song sounds the same. So it's not for my ear. Theoretically, I could go back as prosecutor. It takes a lot of energy to do that. Plus, I don't think they want me. But yes, I could. More than one judge has gone back to prosecution. Several have gone from judge.
Notice how Judge Boyd casually transitions from small talk to serious business? That's not just charm. It's a psychological reset. Before diving into a case, many judges lighten the room to set tone and authority without intimidation.
To be appointed as the elected prosecutor. Kim Worthy in Detroit, some others. But I think maybe I'll just fade out. The team that won trivia was Mr. Aubert's team, all the young teachers. I don't think he knows much about current popular music either, but his teammates do. He knows a lot of other stuff. Yes, R.I.P. Brian Wilson and Sylvester Stone. I thought Antonio Wilson got adjourned. And he drove here? Oh boy. He's actually got pretrials. He's got pretrials and I think they took those files out of here. Oh, all right, here we go. All right, Mr. Wilson's going to take a little bit to unpack here. Antonio Wilson, would you come up? Mr. Wilson is set for arraignment today, and he's set for some pretrials today. Prosecutor Davis is here with their intern, Ms. Stoll, and we'll see if we can sort all this out. 25101, I don't want to start with that one. 25807 and 808. You got a ticket on April 30th for driving without insurance and no valid operator's license and failed to yield to an emergency vehicle. You had a pretrial, or you had a case earlier, you didn't show up. So I tried to reset everything for the same day. So that was on April 30th. Let me look at that. M60 and Fulton Road in Leonidas at 10:15 in the morning on April 30th, which was a Wednesday. No insurance, driving without a license, and failing to yield to an emergency vehicle. The insurance, as you heard, is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $500, not less than $200.
Now pay attention. Driving without insurance might sound minor, but it's actually a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail. Judges take it seriously because it endangers everyone else on the road. And the defendant, he's about to learn that the hard way.
Then you got another ticket in file 251017 on June 2nd at 11:15 at night, US 131 in Broadway. Driving at 2008 out. So that was set for one day, I don't know what. So that's a no operator's license, is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Let's go back a little farther. You got a ticket on April 7th for driving with no insurance, no valid license, and going 95 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. So you got a ticket on April 7th for driving without a valid license, no insurance, and driving back to the future. 3 days later, you get the exact same ticket. 23 days later. No insurance.
Did you catch that? 3 days later, he did it again. That's not just reckless. That's defiance. When a defendant repeats the same offense while awaiting trial, it tells the court one thing: zero accountability. The judge's patience? Hanging by a thread.
No ops. Failed to yield for an emergency vehicle. Plus there's some civil infraction stuff in there. Then you still don't care. On June 2nd, you drive some more and get another no ops ticket, and you drove to court. There is jail in your future, Mr. Wilson. My suggestion is that I get an attorney to help you with this and set this for further pretrial. Ms. Davis, there's a lot going on here. You're probably not in a position to make a plea offer that would resolve all of these at this time.
No, Your Honor. I guess if the court and Mr. Stigley to inquire as to work, that sort of thing, I'm inclined to ask for the court to take him into custody and start serving time now. It's frustrating.
It is frustrating, and I've done it.
Tickets and 95 miles an hour. I looked up where that ticket was. It was Lutz and Woodside, which is near Sauganash Golf Course. That is a very dangerous area that goes up and down, and there's the railroad tracks there. It is absurd that he would be driving that fast down Lutz Road.
Yes, the problem is I didn't see him drive. The bailiffs did, and he's not charged with anything. At one time, I was lodging people for these. I'm not sure I actually had authority to do that. He doesn't seem to be taking things very seriously.
Yeah.
But I think he could. So now, you've come to the attention of the head prosecutor. So she knows who you are, she knows what you're doing, and they're gonna pay attention to this case and probably advocate for a jail sentence. Because you,
Let's pause for a second. What do you think the judge should do here? Throw him in jail or give him one last chance? Because what we're seeing isn't just traffic violations. It's a young man spiraling, and the justice system try and pull him back before it's too late.
don't seem to be taking things very seriously. Are you working somewhere?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Well, I start work Monday.
Where's that?
The gas station.
Which one?
It's like out there by Jones.
I'm not sure I even believe that. But
Walmart?
you live on
Like,
A.L. Jones
quick.
Road? Is that true?
Mhm.
All right, I don't know what you were doing in Leonidas and Three Rivers and the other, driving so fast. I'm not, I bet if I called Johnny's gas station, they would say they didn't know who you were,
It's
but
like Lightning Quick, which I think is the one that would be just east of that. The north
oh,
side of
the other,
road.
the little one?
That,
Mhm.
Okay. All right, anyway, I'm gonna appoint an attorney. Show a plea not guilty,
You can make arrangements to have somebody pick them up, Your Honor.
yes. Appoint an attorney and set attorney pretrial for July 11. We're gonna be very busy that day. Give you a heads up, Deborah. So if you want the prosecutor to get what they want, you drive home from here and you'll get picked up on the way there and they'll impound your car and take you to jail. You need to start to take this seriously. You've hit rock bottom and continue to dig deeper still. Let's talk about your driving record and why you're in the position you're in. Your license is expired. Gee whiz. So you were actually eligible to get your license back. And then you keep doing this. Did you ever go to SOS to get your license back?
Nah. I only got as far as a permit.
Well, I would suggest that you go to the Secretary of State, find out what you need to do to get your license. There really isn't that much baggage on here, but you're heaping it on here. I don't know why in the world you'd be going 95 miles an hour in that location.
passing a vehicle.
Yeah, at the time I was passing two
Like, you
vehicles.
probably
Oh,
should have.
boy. That makes it even worse. It's not straight and flat. It's straight if you look at it on a
I
map.
wasn't by the golf course spot.
All right, well, you're by Woodside Drive, which is still very hilly south of there. At any rate, stop doing what you're doing before you get so deep in the hole you can't get out. So
Or you kill
3
someone.
suggestions. I want you to go out to the counter and they'll give you the paperwork regarding your attorney's name.
Here's the real takeaway. The judge isn't angry, he's disappointed. And that's worse. Every warning here is a lifeline, a final shot at redemption before the system stops talking and starts sentencing. Court isn't just about punishment. It's about opportunity until you run out of them.
Name and number on it. You got 3 separate incidents of driving with no insurance and no license. April 7th, April 30th, and June 2nd. And today is June 12th, and you drove here to court. Who owns this Audi?
Me.
I will park it till you get licensed and insured.
Oh, I have insurance now on it.
How do you get insurance without a license?
My mom's.
All right, that might help. So I want you to go to the Secretary of State. You need to make an appointment. You can do it online, go in there and talk to them. Say, what do I need to do to renew my driver's license? Then I want you to call your lawyer and make an appointment to discuss this case with them prior to July 11th. And I want you also to show your lawyer that you have current insurance on the car. And then I want you to call somebody to come get you, or your car's gonna get impounded and you're gonna go to jail, and then it's really gonna be even worse. So even though I wouldn't mind locking you up, I don't know that I have the authority to do that because I didn't see you do anything. But don't do it. So you go out to the counter, get the paperwork with your lawyer's name and number on it. I want you to call them and discuss this. I want you to make an appointment with the Secretary of State to find out about getting your valid license. All right, you're good to go. And then call somebody to come get you. This also goes with that.